close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to recreate this makeup look. I really liked it. I like the lip and the eye combination. I know that you're typically not supposed to do a dark eye with a dark lip. However, there are no real rules to makeup. You just do what you want with it because at the end of the day, it washes off. As long as you feel comfortable, then you wear whatever you want. So if you like this combination and if you want to see exactly how to recreate it, then just keep watching.
As always, I'm starting off with the brows, and I'm placing the Anastasia pomade on my brows to begin. I used to do it in reverse, so I used to do the actual brow wiz before I did the pomade to just darken it with the pomade, but I find this to be easier the other way around. Next, I'm taking the Brow Stylist from L'Oreal, which I really liked after trying it for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and just filling in the rest of my brows. So filling in the the beginning to the inside, and then the top. I don't like a really defined top of my brow, and so that's why I go in with the pencil instead of just doing the entire thing with a pomade. Next, moving on to the gel, and this is just going to help set my little brow hairs in place. Although I don't have many, there are some that kind of go a little wacky at times, and so this just helps them stay in place and not move throughout the day. On the eyes, I'm starting off the way that I usually do, which is with my MAC paint pot in the color Soft Ochre, and just applying a thin layer of that onto my entire area. Like I've mentioned before, this helps my eyes not only get ready and primed for shadow application, but it also lessens the intense, natural pigment of my lids. Then going in with this NARS pressed powder in the color Mountain, I'm applying that onto my entire lid, and this is just going to help with blending. It gives me a nice, soft canvas to work with, so that when I am adding colors, they don't do the skidding, the skid mark on you. They just naturally, or not naturally, but more smoothly blend onto your lid. I'm going to be starting off with this nice light brownish color. This is Creme Brulee from MakeupGeek, and I'm going to be buffing it in with my E40 brush. It is a big blending brush that covers a lot of area, so this will also work as my transition shade as I'm buffing it into my crease. So simply buffing that in using windshield and circular motions. So windshield wiping, so going back and forth from the inner crease to the outer crease, and of course using or working in circular motions as well. And then just building up the intensity as I go to my liking. Using this more reddish brown color, this is Brown Script from MAC. I'm applying this on top of the color that was just previously applied with the exact same motion. So circular buffing motions, and of course going back and forth in windshield wiping motions. And just like with the previous color, just building up that intensity as I go. I like going a little at a time, that way I don't overdo it within the first 1 to 2 steps. Using this beautiful plum color, this is Sketch from MAC. I'm applying this using my E35 from Sigma, which is a smaller, precise blending brush. And the way that I go about applying it is that I grab the product, swirl it onto the bristles, and then start patting it onto my outer V. And whatever product is left after a couple of pats, or a few pats on the outer V, I drag that into my crease. So I slowly build the color and the intensity on the crease. And then go in with a clean blending brush in order to blend away any harsh lines. Then taking some MAC Fix Plus, spraying my brush once on each side, and grabbing this beautiful metallic, kind of cranberry burgundy color, and applying that onto my entire lid using my small shading brush, working that by patting it onto the entire lid, and then stopping right before the crease on the top, and I always stop right at the outer V, so that you're not covering up any of your hard work on the outer V. And then going back in with the plum color in order to intensify the outer V a little bit more. I felt like it kind of got hidden away a little bit when I added that lid color. And then going back in with a clean brush and blending away the harsh lines once again. Before starting on the face, I decided to prime my lips using this Stila lip priming. It's this Lush. I'll have the actual name in the description box just in case you're interested. But I really like to use this whenever I'm going to be wearing a matte lip, especially when it's an ultra matte lip like the ColourPop ones, because I have pretty dry lips to begin with, and this really helps the lip not to feel like it's about to crack and crumble into like 1,000 little pieces. So it helps my lips not feel as dry when I am wearing a really matte lip on top. So then, of course, moving on to color correcting, my favorite way, my favorite current way, which is by using the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector and just applying that onto my dark circles. Moving on with my current favorite combination, which is the Infallible and the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. If you guys watched my previous video, you know that I accidentally discovered this, and this is my foundation routine ever since. Yeah. And just applying that onto my entire face using a damp beauty blender.
Turn us to thousands.
For concealer, I'm using NARS, like Radiant Creamy Concealer, I believe is the name, and this is in the color Biscuit. But I kind of realized after I'd done it that I think this is a little too dark for me during the winter time. I haven't been out in the sun in, I don't know, quite some time, and so until I get a tan again, I should probably put this away. However, I did try to blend it out as best I could because I had already put it on, but yeah, just lesson learned. And then, of course, you know, I have to set my under eye area. So here I'm using the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, just applying that using my damp beauty blender. I am going to be contouring a little bit today using the Hoola Bronzer from Benefit. And as always, I love using my beauty blender in order to give me a more natural contour. And so contouring with the tip of the beauty blender and then flipping it over in order to blend upward to give me a little bit more of a natural look. Since I have been feeling a little bit more pale as of late, I decided that I wanted to bronze up the face a little bit more, and here I'm using the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess, and this is in the color Light. I'm going to be using this NARS duo. It's a blush and bronzing duo. The blush is called Deep Throat. Yep, and just applying that lightly onto my cheeks. Since the lips and the eyes are going to be so dark, I didn't want to overdo it with a lot of blush. Going back with Sketch from MAC, I'm applying that onto my lower lash line using this flat brush. It's just a flat top, like slender brush, and it just gets into the lash line really well. So either this or a pencil brush would work amazing. And then going back in with Creme Brulee and diffusing that a little bit. And I only went in about half the way. I didn't go dark the entire lower lash line. I just didn't want to overdo it. And applying Yogurt from NYX onto my waterline in order to just brighten up the eyes a little bit, since everything else was so heavy and dark. I didn't want to put black liner as to make it more heavy and dark. For lashes, I am using the Demis from Ardell. To blend my lashes with the falsies for this look, I am applying the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme Mascara, which is actually really good on its own, so I really like for blending because it just adds more to mine. And then with the falsies, they look good. They look good. So applying a layer to the top and of course applying some to the bottom. For highlight, I did want to add some champagne pop in order to make those cheekbones pop. So adding some of that onto my cheekbones using this Sigma tapered brush. And then with my finger, I'm applying some of that onto the tip of my nose and then also to my Cupid's bow area. And then of course finishing off the look with the lips as I always do. This is from ColourPop in their Ultra Matte formula in the color Tulle. And that completes the look. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed this look as much as I always enjoy making these for you. Take care, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!